No Bobby Lou in Montreal, so I think a bit of a break. It always seems like those Montreal tenders play well when they come home and play in front of family and friends. But speaking of Montreal tenders, doesn't it start there? I mean, I realize that they are dead last in the NHL in scoring goals, but they're averaging over 1 a game, right?
Yeah.
And Carey Price is not averaging under 1 a game. In fact, he is now 1-5-1 with a .394 goals against and a save percentage at .881.
Not good enough.
No.
Absolutely not good enough. And he knows that. The team knows that.
Yeah.
But the other side to that tale is, let's keep in mind, the only pairing that wasn't kind of shuffled up in practice this week by Claude Julien was Shea Weber and the kid, Victor Mete.
Yeah, Victor Mete.
A teenager is one of their best defenseman. Carl Alsner, whose name I have to slow down or I will mispronounce it, is making nearly $5 million a year. Petry's not playing well. Jordy Ben is not playing well. These guys in front of Price have to take some responsibility as well. And that's the great problem with the situation we're seeing with the Habs. It is shared for the most part.
Right.
But how a kid has come in and become such, in Victor Mete, and been so good is a credit to him, because it's not easy.
Right.
But it's a huge condemnation of what else is going on around that team. And I don't think we talk about the rest of the blue line enough, to be honest with you. They've been bad.
I would agree with you, and I would agree with the way, I mean, the game is changing a little bit, and I know that Victor Mete plays that type of game, and it kind of suits him, but he's not supposed to be one of your best defensemen. He was supposed to be the last one to make the team out of camp because he looked good, and that's no disservice to the kid. But the other part of this is, of all the people being talked about, Galchenyuk, top of the list, Max Pacioretty seems to stick out. And maybe it's just because he is the captain, and the captain in Canadian markets always draws a lot of ire. Do you think, and Friedge brought it up during headlines on Saturday night, that he would look into it if he was Edmonton? Do you think Max Pacioretty could either, as Pat Hickey suggested, lose his C or be traded?
First off, if you're gonna take a guy's C, you might as well just trade him, is the first thing.
Well, Dustin Brown's still there.
There's some examples where it's fine, but I think in a market like that, I don't think you could do that to Max Pacioretty. That's just my own gut on that.
Yeah.
I think a change of scenery for Pacioretty wouldn't be the craziest thing. Galchenyuk is desperately seeking that.
Yeah.
And I'm so sick. Listen, any Habs coach or GM, enough with the running down of Galchenyuk.
Yeah.
He's no longer an asset to you, and that is your own fault. And it's not just the play on the ice, it's the constant stuff off the ice. Enough. Start building guys up so you can trade them, and stop pissing all over their head and expecting return. It's not going to happen that way.
I get what you're saying, but a lot of that is on Galchenyuk too.
He's completely culpable. What I'm saying is, when you got a mic in front of you and you're trying to trade guys, don't tell the world they're garbage. It doesn't work that way.
No, you got to build them up and try and send them out.